What is up, you guys? It's your favorite cutie, Mel, back again on my Soul Posh channel to give you guys yet another video. Today I wanted to upload and surpass all my personal excuses and talk about meditation. So I've been trying to meditate every single day, and I hope to continue this pretty much all year and hopefully the rest of my life. First, I'll just talk about why I like to meditate and why I feel like it's important. I like to meditate because I feel like it gives me a time to kind of like exit the world in a way. Exit the world and kind of just be with myself, check in with myself, see how I'm feeling, see what my thoughts are. And because of the pause, and because I'm more aware of like how I'm feeling and what I'm thinking, I'm able to, when I come out of meditation, kind of have a better plan of action and how I want to continue going forward, whether that's with my day or in life, or if I want to heal certain things, or if I feel like there are certain things I just want to work on. It makes it easier because you really get to hear everything that you feel things when you stop the chatter, and the chatter being like the outside world, when we're not distracted by our phones, when we're not distracted by endless scrolling and our jobs and other people and other people's problems and finances and all that stuff. Like, just being with yourself says a lot about like your current state of being. So sometimes I feel like I don't want to meditate, and I find it hard to get back into it. Sometimes it's just hard to actually sit myself down to do it. Like, even though I know all of the benefits and I end up doing it, when I feel like I'm having like a harder time like trying to just get myself to settle down in order to do a meditation, I will opt in for a guided meditation. But honestly, I really do prefer just being with myself, because then I could kind of navigate the meditation myself, and through what I'm feeling, and also just really give myself an edge on like what is happening in my world. I feel like when I can sit down and give myself a moment, like if I really need something from myself, I can give it to myself in that moment. Like, let's say, I'll share something with you guys from today's meditation. Today's meditation, I felt like I needed to be heard. But like in a certain situation that I have with someone, I feel like I'm not really being heard in a way that is like effective. So sometimes it makes me feel like, am I crazy? Am I doing too much? Like, am I just overreacting? Am I emotional? And the truth is, like, I was gaslighting myself. And even though I wanted to be heard by this other person, just the fact that I have those thoughts of like trying to belittle how I feel and my feelings, and about the things that have transpired between me and this person, just by doing that alone, I'm not giving myself what I need, which was to be heard. So sometimes if I sit down like in this meditation and that came up for me, I decided to just chant like in my mind, I'm heard, I hear you, I hear you, I hear you. Because a lot of the things that we try to like stuff down, and a lot of the emotions that we try to like run away from, all they want is for us to acknowledge them, confront them, and those feelings will dissipate. Like, you'll feel better, because the moment I started to feel heard within myself, I didn't really feel the need as much to be understood or to be heard by someone else, because at the end of the day, I am my best friend. I'm going to be with me, and I'm going to be navigating my world through me. So just making myself feel better and letting myself know and reassuring myself that I understand you. I understand why you feel the way that you feel, and I hear you. If no one else hears you, I hear you. And I feel like meditation gives you such a great opportunity to be there for yourself, and to like rely less on the outside world for what's going on and results, and like, is this happening, is this not happening, and just being able to give yourself exactly what you need. Like, it's so important. And that's why when I do prioritize, I feel a lot better, And especially when I do it in the mornings, I can usually really tell the difference because I can see the effects in my day. Sometimes if I'm like really in the zone and I have a really good meditation, let's say about like finances, like I want to feel rich, I want to feel wealthy, I want to feel, secure. If I can really tap into that and get myself into that mood through meditation, I will see how in the day, how it's easier for me to get money and how money comes to me more effortlessly. Another thing that came up for me today at meditation is I realized that I have a tendency to, when I'm showing up as my full self, I feel a tendency to, in regards to others, I just feel like I'm too much, and I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't know where that came from, but it came from somewhere. I guess it really doesn't matter where it came from, but I'm recognizing that I feel that way because today I had a revelation that the reason why I like to work alone a lot of the times and why it's important for me to like have my own things always is because I feel like I'm safe to be all that I am without having someone to try to stifle me in any kind of way. Like, I don't like that. And I really would like to meet more people where I can show up as my biggest self, my most radiant self, my most amazing self, and be valued for that, love for that genuinely, and someone who's okay with that and also does the same thing. Like, you be your biggest self, you be your greatest self. I've had a lot of experiences with people where me being who I am and doing things the way that I do them can sometimes make other people feel insecure, and it comes out in weird ways, but I'm starting to be able to recognize it more. And it's just like I don't want to, I never want to feel like me bringing like value is a burden, and somewhere along the way I got that, and I feel like it manifests in my life whenever I'm like trying to work with other people or when I'm trying to do something with someone. So, or even sometimes just in relationships, and I don't want that to happen anymore. So I really want to work on like undoing that belief that like me being my biggest self, me being my best self is like a reason to shrink, and that I don't want to feel like I need to shrink myself or be less, or I just don't want to even attract people who feel like I should be less when I'm around them. So I'm really just gonna validate myself. So I also worked on that in my meditation today. Just telling myself like I'm a blessing, because everything that I do, especially when I work with other people or when I'm a part of a project, I bring my full self and I really pour my all into it, and I really add a lot of positive value. And I know that I'm a positive catalyst wherever I go. So usually, I'm a cardinal sign too. So I'm a Cancer, and I like to like get things started, and wherever I go, I just know no matter how things turned out, I'm always a positive catalyst in some way. So I just want to be appreciated for that, and I want to appreciate myself for that, and I want to be comfortable enough with myself to, remove myself from spaces that I don't feel like I can be my full self and be appreciated for it. And I want to be able to, stand on my own. Like, I'm just doing a lot of thinking about how it kind of sometimes makes me feel uncomfortable, even though I like to do things and I love to like perform and all that. Sometimes like I notice that I feel very uncomfortable like when everything is about me or when I'm like centered, and I just want to work on that as well. Like, I don't need everything to be about me, but when it is my time to shine, I want to be able to enjoy it and revel in that and like shine in that and be confident in that and know that I'm worthy and I deserve to feel confident when it's my time to shine and when it's my turn to do everything that I love to do. I should feel confident. I have no reason not to feel confident, and I should just, do my best with that. Then I want to share with you guys some things that I feel like are like helpful if you are starting your own meditation journey. I feel like sometimes what stops people from meditating is we feel like it's this super like right and wrong ways to meditate. And I think that meditation has it's your own relationship with yourself. So you should prioritize what works for you. You know, you don't have to do guided meditations if you don't want to. You don't have to sit up with your back perfectly straight if you don't want to. You can lay down when you meditate. Some people meditate with their eyes open and just focus on like a spot on the wall or something. Like, find your way that you like to meditate and what makes you feel best, and do that. And don't worry about doing it wrong. Also, meditation is not about silencing your mind completely. Like, your mind, you're going to have thoughts, and I feel like the best way to actually clear your mind so that you have less chatter is to actually acknowledge the thoughts that come up, view them, and then let them go. Because when you try to keep telling yourself, oh, don't think anything, it doesn't work. And then you just get frustrated because it's just like a struggle, when really it should just be acceptance of whatever comes up. So whatever comes up, you accept what comes up, and then it's up to you what you want to do about it. Me personally, in my meditation, what I like to do is I like to do a couple things. Like, I kind of learn from different meditations that I have done in the past, both guided and like what people who like to meditate, like, I take from other people's techniques. So personally, what I like to do is sometimes I will start my meditations off by just simply closing my eyes and allowing whatever to come up. So if my mind is busy that day and things happen to come up and feelings come up, I acknowledge those things first, because then it makes it easier for me to clear my mind so that I can go into my second phase of meditation. Sometimes I do this first. It just depends on the day. Then I go into something that Dr. Joe Dispenza does, which is focus on, it's not even focus, it's letting go of everything else. So when you meditate, you'll start to realize that you're not really the thoughts, you're the presence behind the thoughts, which sees everything. So within us is a life force, right, that is in all things and all beings and all living things. It is what connects all of us. It is all of us. So what I do is I kind of tap into that, and I like to think of myself, my spirit self, in outer space. Who am I after, or not even after, but even now? Like, who am I without the body? Who am I without being Tatiana? Who am I without being this person with this set of characteristics, with this circumstance? Who am I? I just am. I just am the presence behind that. You know, I am a part of the bigger. I am the God, the universe that is within me, and that's who I truly am. And this body, in this lifetime, I just have this I have this body, I have this personality, and these sets of circumstances and all those things. So I focus on coming back to that soul presence of who I am behind all of the extra that we get in this reality. And once I feel like I've gotten to that, and how I get to that is I just keep saying I am. Like, I just keep saying I am, but I don't finish the sentence. It's just becoming zen and feeling and knowing that you just are. You are. And if this doesn't make sense to you, I'm sorry, but it makes perfect sense to me. I guess it just depends on what you believe. But once I get to that point, then I feel like that's my playground. So then I can create anything from there. You can create anything from there, because once you get past, oh, I'm this person who has this problem with this person and with these finances and with this career. Once you get past all that, because all of that is like circumstantial and that all of that is worldly, and you get to the place to where you know that you just are the present, from there, from the darkness of space and time, you can create anything. So then I feel like that's more effective to get to that spot, and then like maybe do a mantra of I am rich or I am healthy, because that will express, and because you don't have all these limitations placed on you that we have in our mind about what our personality is going through, like what bills are due, whatever. Once you get past all of that, you can create so much stronger and have such a clear channel for creation, because you're not worried about everything else. You're not worried about your problems. You're literally giving yourself an opportunity to connect with all that is, all the source that is within you, and you get to release all of the problems that we're keeping going by continuously thinking about them into being, and just create. So that's what I love about meditation, and I hope that this helps you. I hope that it inspires you if you haven't really done a lot of meditating about what could happen for you. I don't know, but I just wanted to share that. I felt like I should, so I am. And then, okay, if you guys want to support me, you guys can buy these Be My Lover bracelets or these keychains. I am an artist. For those of you who guys don't know, I put out a project called Be My Lover. All the information will be down in the description, but I have these merch for $11.11. And yeah, so I hope that this helps. As always, stay posh and stay cute, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Mwah. Bye.